Hello?
Hello, Greg.
Yeah, hi, is this Bill?
Yes, it is. I'm so sorry. I always have this habit of pushing the wrong damn button on the phone.
Well, that's understandable, my friend.
So how you been? It's been about almost a year since we last spoke, and what's been going on?
Well, it's been great because I've been playing a whole bunch of gigs,
Yes.
and I'm doing a tour right now with Rick Springfield and Loverboy, and we're having just a blast going around the country, playing shows. Uh, it's been a lot of fun, and it's nice to be out there playing again. And for people say, "What happened? Where were you for the last 20 years?" Well, I was on the radio at KFOX in San Francisco,
Yep.
and we were only doing maybe a half a dozen gigs every year. Now this year, suddenly, boom! I got tons of gigs, and it just feels good. It feels good to be out and about again.
When we talked last year, we were talking about your CD rekindled, and we were talking
Yeah.
about that, and
Oh yeah.
I was so excited to talk with you and speak with you, and I'm sitting here thinking, but that kind of sucks because when's he gonna hit the road? I want to see this guy. I want to see him live, and finally, about 2 weeks ago, I get this press release, and I'm seeing Rick Springfield, who I've known for years, Loverboy. We talked with them yesterday. Paul Dean, the guitarist, and Mike Reno over the years and stuff. And then we're like Tommy Two Tone. Then I'm looking and I see Greg Kihn, and I'm like, finally, my freaking dreams are coming true. I get to see freaking Greg Kihn live after, God, I don't know, like 30 years. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. It's kind of exciting. I'm really enjoying it. And as a matter of fact, let's see, we're going to be Pompano Beach August 28th,
28th, yeah.
and I'm really looking forward to it. I got to say, Mike Reno's one of the greatest, nicest guys you'll ever meet.
He's phenomenal.
And the same thing with Rick Springfield. They're really nice guys. They're very supportive of each other musically, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and those guys really know the road really well because they do so many shows a year. So for you to
Yeah,
be off the road for a while and on radio and to come back onto the road, I think those are really good seasoned guys to be with because,
yeah,
they know the in and outs of the road and the hotels and traveling in a bus and all
yeah,
the different
yeah.
venues. They know the venues really well in the cities. When I was talking to Paul Dean from Loverboy yesterday, he goes, we're actually going to have a few days in Florida. So you guys, I don't know
Oh
if
my
you are.
God, yes. Yeah, I was looking at my schedule
Yeah,
just before I got on the phone with you, and I said, there's a couple of days. Is this a misprint? What's going on here?
yeah,
So, we got a couple of days off, and we're going to have a little hang around time,
yeah.
which is ever so rare. So I'm going to be walking on the beach and eating lots of seafood and hanging out, man.
Well, I tell you what, if one of those days you have nothing to do at night, I would love to take you to dinner, my friend.
All right, I got your number, Bill.
Yeah, I would love to take you to dinner. We're actually going to be shooting and reviewing the show. We'll be backstage as well, so I'll introduce
Now,
myself.
what's the venue there in Pompano Beach? Is that an outdoor or an indoor venue?
It's the Pompano Beach Amphitheater. It's outdoor, but let me
Uh
tell
huh.
you, that's like my home venue. I mean, there's literally about 20 venues that I've been playing in Florida since 1991. Big arenas, things like that. But this
Uh huh.
amphitheater, let me tell you, even if you have a ticket in the very last row, it's almost like being in the 12th row of one of your big arenas. Every seat is fantastic. The acoustics are amazing, and the neighborhood is fantastic.
Oh, that's great, man.
It's one of the best venues. AEG took over it this past year, so they've done a lot of things to it. It's just fantastic. You're just going to be so overwhelmed and grateful to play this venue and to have a
Well,
few days
that's
in
some
Florida.
good news there, Bill, because, we've been out, maybe we've done a half a dozen shows so far. We're just really getting into the rhythm of the thing.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to this. I got to say, if people coming to the show, discerning concert goers
Yeah.
have a lot of choices these days.
Yes.
And this particular concert, I think, as far as getting your most bang for your buck, I think you get a great deal because Tommy Two-Tone is excellent. Loverboy is great. I love watching those guys every night. I love playing there. It's been a real pleasure for me. And then you got Rick Springfield, so it's a real strong 4-band gig. Kind of harkens back to the old days when a lot of the gigs were multi-band touring ensembles.
Yes. Yes,
You know, and it's kind of fun to be going back to that because, I feel like I'm part of a moving circus, or we have a lot of fun, and the gigs are fun. I actually show up at the gigs, and I actually look forward to the sound check, believe it or not. It's been wonderful.
It's interesting. Like, a lot of times we'll go see, let's say, for example, the Eagles are one of my favorite bands. A nice blend of country and rock and all that. The harmonies are fantastic. So let's say you go to see a band like that and they have a new album out, which is great. It's always great to hear new music, but most people go, they want to hear the hits, you know what I mean? So you go, they're promoting the new album, and half the show is pretty much the new album. They save a few hits for the end, and it's great. It's a great time. But this show that you guys are doing right now, this is a greatest hit show if there ever was one. Because you guys are coming out, playing your songs. I'm sure you're going to play some stuff from Rekindled, which, I've had a year to listen to it, and it's fantastic. And, and you're going to bring, and I'm sure you're going to agree, every time you look out in the audience, you're seeing younger and younger people there because,
it's amazing. It really is amazing.
Yeah. So it's a whole new generation of people coming out. And, the younger people, they don't know who Greg Kihn is like we know who you are.
Oh, yeah. And, it shows you that as we go around the country, you're right. I look out at the audience. I see younger and younger faces. Also their parents, So, like, there are a lot of old Greg Kihn band fans that go back to the 80s. Because we did lots of Loverboy and Rick Springfield gigs back in the '80s, so they all knew each other. But I gotta say, it's it's bringing out the best in each band because I want to do my new stuff because that's the freshest. Obviously, I got to do the hits like Jeopardy and the breakup song and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then we also have a little jammy portion of the show where anything can happen. And, it's always a surprise. I love it. I got to say, this is the most fun I've had on the road in years. And, not having been on the road officially in about 20 years since I've been on the radio, it feels great. It's like summer camp. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, let's go on the road and do some gigs. Yay!
And it is summertime, so that makes it even all the more real.
Yeah, dude, that's right. And
I think I'm more excited than you are. I'm really looking forward to this. Because since we did our conversation a year ago, I've been looking online and at your website and going, when's he coming to Florida? Is he ever freaking coming to Florida? And I'm really excited, Greg.
Yeah, it's great to be back in Florida. We haven't been there in a long time. It's been years. And, I love it down there. I love the weather. I love the people. I got to tell you, right off the bat, Rick Springfield draws tons of women. I mean,
Yes.
women love this guy. I mean, you look out from from the stage, you look out at the audience, and it's not, I'm not kidding you, it's like 3/4 women.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. And the first 4 or 5 rows are all women.
Yeah.
They love Rick Springfield. And they're just enjoying the show. They're enjoying the music. It's always, it seems like it's less formal and more fun to just be, messing around a little bit. And, everybody's in the flavor of it,
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it a lot.
So all you single guys out there listening right now, buy
Oh,
your
yes.
tickets. You're gonna find a
Yes,
date there.
this is the one you'll meet somebody somewhere.
That's right.
And I could be, you never know. It could be, your magic night. Who's knowing?
Now, we were talking about, the venues, indoor versus outdoor. Being that this is an
Yep.
outdoor venue, I mean, it's going to be pretty warm out there now.
Mm-hmm.
You're a guitar player and all of that. Now, your voice is also your instrument. Do you find that your voice does better outside with the humidity maybe versus maybe an air-conditioned indoor venue, or does that play a
Yes.
part at all?
Yes, you're absolutely right. We've been doing a lot of gigs in the past 2 weeks in desert places like Phoenix, Tucson, Albuquerque, places like that where it's very dry. And I do get a little hoarse, I'll say that when we come to Florida and we're playing outdoors, the humidity really helps my voice. And it doesn't dry it out, so it keeps lubricated. And, I've always been kind of an organic singer, you know what I mean? I just open my mouth and stuff comes out. And I'm not like what you would call a traditional warm-up kind of singer. I just go out there and have fun. And for me, it's a comfortable environment when there's some humidity. And that's a very good point, because we played, oh God, where was it? I think it was Albuquerque a few days ago. And by the end of the set, I was really feeling it. And then I got back to the hotel, and when I woke up in the morning, the hotel was dry too. When I woke up in the morning, I had a really scratchy voice. So, and I gotta say, I'm really looking forward to coming to Florida. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the speaking of Florida, the venue is actually probably not even a 10-minute drive from the beach. So.
Oh, that's great. That's
Just
even
saying.
better, man. Oh, it's gonna be great.
I'll take you to a nice seafood restaurant right on the beach. It'll knock your socks off.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we can sit here and probably talk for hours and hours, and I know you're a busy
Oh, yeah.
guy and all that. But I just want to say thank you so much for your time and considerations for speaking with us today. I'm going to get this turned around this afternoon, and I will send you a text with the link once it's all set up. And we've
Great.
just actually redone our whole website. And when you get into the website, you almost feel like you're at a rock show, at a concert. It's kind of interactive and stuff. So I think
That's
you're going to like
great.
it. And are you guys flying in for this, or are you on tour buses?
We're going to be flying in. Normally, we fly and then we drive. Like, we'll fly to an area and drive to 2 or 3 gigs. So I understand that this is going to be a fly-in.
Okay.
And also, it's what the guys were saying in the band. We do have a couple of nights off, which is really rare. Normally, they pack it in, but that's going to be fun. So I think some of the guys are going to be hanging around and maybe partying down a little bit while they're in town.
Why not? Well, the reason why I asked, I have this interesting display of your album, Rekindled. John Lappin had sent me a signed copy, and I made this really cool display that I actually wanted to bring and give you, maybe for your office or your studio, but I don't know now.
How did you?
Since you're flying in, I don't know if that's going to be an issue of you taking it.
Yeah, my transportation, because we got a lot of gigs after that.
Yeah.
So that could be a little problem dragging it around the country. Yeah.
I'll just have to ship it to you at some point. I'll take a
Yeah,
picture
that
of
would
it
be
and
really
bring it.
cool.
Or I'll text
Hey,
you a
there you
picture
go.
of it.
Beautiful, man. I gotta say, I'm really looking forward to this particular show. The bands are all everybody's really in tune, and it really sounds great. The vocals are great. I'm looking forward to just hanging out and just enjoying myself. And we've been recording all this time. I don't really go into the studio and make an album. I'm always making an album. As we go into the studio about once a week, usually on a Wednesday, and we just kick song ideas around.
Wow.
And it's really a great thing. Like if you hit something and it's good, you can lay it down on tape right there and then.
That's right.
And I just, I've been working. In fact, I've got a handful of new songs, newer than the new album,
Wow.
which I'm dying to do a couple of them live. But we'll see how much time I get up there.
Okay, so basically you're saying we can expect maybe another album in the future?
Yep, I would say probably, like if I'm looking out, right now we're in the summer, so then the fall, we've got more dates in the fall. So I would say right after the first of the year, we should be coming out with a new album. That would be really sweet. And I got some songs, we're continuing to write the songs, and, it's really interesting stuff. I got a song called Flying Car that I just wrote like about 2 weeks ago about a flying car. I thought, the future was always going to be flying cars,
Right.
the Jetsons.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of lamenting the fact that we haven't seen them yet. But now I hear that a couple of companies are already researching the flying car, and it's in the works. So who knows? In a couple of years, maybe that'll become a reality.
You're somewhat of a genius, I think, because you look at a lot of artists like Prince, for example. He wrote that song way in advance of 1999, knowing that when 1999 came around, he was going to make a shit ton of money because everybody was going to be playing that song. And here you are already cornering the flying car market that when they come out with it, your song is going to be in every flying car commercial from every manufacturer. So you're a little bit of a genius, I think. You're ahead of your time.
Oh, man, you read my mind, and that was exactly my intention. And, we had fun writing the song. And I remember being in the studio. A lot of these songs start out as just a guitar riff or maybe a couple of phrases.
Yeah.
This was one of those songs that just came out fully bloomed. So I wrote it in about 15, maybe 20 minutes, top to bottom.
Wow.
And then we put it down on tape, and it sounded completely natural. And so I'm pumped up about that. But that's only one of several new songs that we'll be thinking about doing at the next gig.
Oh, that would be fantastic. That would be awesome. Greg,
Yeah.
I just want to thank you so much again for your time and consideration, and I'm going to let you go rest your voice and relax. And yeah, it's just literally around the corner when we'll see you guys. I was talking to, like I said, Loverboy yesterday, and he said, look, if we bring back an acoustic guitar, we're going to try to get everybody to sign on it. Loverboy is always on board. Would you be on board with that?
Absolutely. I've done a couple of that's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's cool. Whoever wins the guitar gets something really with lasting value.
Yeah, we're going to donate it. We always donate to either Disabled American Veterans or the Miami Dolphins Foundation, which is the Miami Dolphins football team. They have a foundation that takes care of underprivileged children, like for Thanksgiving, Christmas, buys in gifts. School just started, so they took 500 underprivileged kids and took them school shopping, sports programs, music programs, which is so important. So we're
That's so great.
always donating. You know, I think in this life you definitely need to give back. You know, you put out
Yeah,
good
you got to pay it forward. Yeah, you do. And you know, that's a wonderful thing, and I'm proud to be part of that. And you know, what can I say? It's another way to give back to the community.
Yeah.
And you know, this is the way rock and roll is. You know, most of the guys that you would talk to out there are very socially conscious,
Yeah.
and they want to help.
Yeah.
You know, and I love working with the vets. That's wonderful. You know, my dad was a war hero in World War II. He was wounded in battle in the Battle of the Bulge.
Wow.
And, he almost died. I almost was not born.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've ever since then, I've been, you know, a soft spot in my heart for the vets and for all of the good charities, you know, helping kids. It's wonderful. So a lot of my spare time is taken up with charity work, and I'm proud to be part of it.
That's wonderful, Greg. All right, so we look forward to seeing you in less than 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. So it's August 28th, Pompano Beach. It's going to be a great show. Don't worry about getting your money's worth. You will. I guarantee it. You will get your money's worth, and it's a great show.
Oh, I know that for a fact. We're plugging the hell out of this show. You don't even know.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much, Bill.
No worries, Greg. I'm going to send an email to John Lappin, and I got to tell you, you're so lucky to have John. He is one of the most amazing people I've worked with. Not only
Isn't he the best?
But with Foreigner and other bands. I mean, you know, when we need something, he's like, I got you, man, and he really takes care of us. So
Beautiful.
You're lucky to be in his camp, you know?
Oh, absolutely. You're 100% right on that one.
All right, buddy. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the few. I look forward to it.
All right, Bill. See you at the gig.
All right. Cheers, brother. Safe travels on the road.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.